There was no mention of vasectomy before we got married.
Yeah, I can accept.
And then we got married, and it's 9 years after, for the first time, my wife suggests to me that how about a vasectomy?
Oh my god, no guys, I need to tell you how Ayo reacted when I suggested to him. He's like, why would you say that?
No, that's not what I said.
Why would you say that? I said, let's talk about this. People say, no. We didn't discuss this before marriage now. He actually said, if I knew that you wanted to do this to me, we wouldn't have got married. I said, baby, do what to you? Then we cut it off now. I said, baby, baby, what did you say? Go cut everything off.
For crying out loud, we'll pray about it, I'll think about it, and we get it done. Because
you get the snip.
You know, yeah, we get the snip. But for now, it's even just thinking about it.
No, baby, it's okay. It's not physical snip. Welcome back to our channel.
My name is Ayo.
And I'm Ope.
And together we are called
Ayope.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
If you're new to the channel, where have you been?
Where you been?
Where have you been all these years?
Fam?
Okay. We've been here doing this thing for about how many years now?
Quite a few years.
For about 6 years now, and you're just joining us?
Yeah. Because a lot of you guys were seeing in the comments, just bumped into your channel, just this, just that, just came across your channel. Where have you been on these YouTube streets?
On these YouTube streets. But anyway.
But you're here now. That's the
you're
most
here
important.
now, exactly.
That's the most important thing.
Better late than never.
Yes.
All right. So we're happy that you joined us. If this is your first time, okay, let us quickly introduce ourselves. Okay, we are certified marriage and relationship coaches, and the Lord has blessed us with a beautiful marriage by the grace of God. We've been married 9 years, and we're blessed with how many children? 3 beautiful girls.
I don't know if you were asking me or.
So we come on here usually to kind of just share our lessons, okay, from 9 years of marriage. We come here to give tips, nuggets, golden nuggets on how you can win in relationship and marriage and dating. Okay, so whether you're single, married, divorced, or in a relationship or in a situationship, there's always something for you to learn from this channel. Okay, so if you're new, make sure you subscribe. All right, subscribe to our channel and also like this video, okay,
and
because it helps us. And share with a loved one, share with a friend, share with an enemy. Okay, share and let us make the world a better place. Okay, welcome back. Right, so are we just gonna dive straight into it?
Yes, today. Today we have to really dig into this. I'm sure you guys have seen the title already, but we said that today we're going to talk about a very important subject, which is I feel is brushed under the carpet. It's just one of those things that you don't actually take into consideration before marriage. Yeah. And I think we can testify to it as well.
So today we're going to be talking about contraception, right? But there is a particular focus on the vasectomy, okay?
Oh, wow.
To be honest, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this correctly.
No, I'm even happy that you're saying it without getting vexed, because every time we say the word vasectomy, Ayope, he did provoke. It actually vex.
You know what? Yeah, the truth is that word actually gives me anxiety.
Why?
It does give me anxiety because it's like you don't play with things like that.
Baby, it's not okay. You
don't play with.
Bring it back. Let's start with contraception, as we said. Now, let me ask you a question. Did we talk about contraception before we got married?
Good shout, because I don't recall talking about contraception
directly.
Yes, directly. Before we got married, or when we got married, you told me, right? When we got married, you told me, I don't know if I should be looking at you or be looking at them, but you told me that, oh, you have 3 options for contraception, okay? This is literally the week we got married, because, you know, man was going to get busy in it. By the way, if you've not seen our last series where we talked about our anniversary series, we did a full series on things we've learned. Or what was it again? things we wish we knew
about sex.
And about sex. So go and check that video out, right? So you told me that, oh, there are 3 options, because I didn't know anything. I didn't know much about contraception. All I knew was that one way or another, you know, we prevent pregnancies from happening, and we have family planning. So we started talking about family planning. And you told me,
we started talking about when we wanted to have children.
Yeah, so we talked about when we want to have children. We decided we don't want to have children immediately.
Yeah.
Which means we need to go on the contraception. And then you told me there are 3 options. Okay, you said I can get the coil. I can get the what's the other one? What's the one here?
Implant.
I can get the implant, or I can get, what's the last one? I can use drugs or something like that.
Oh, the pill.
You can get the pill. Okay, so it was
drugs,
the pill.
You know. Drugs, you know, baby. You can't be saying it like that. Why didn't we ever use the natural method or anything like that?
What is the natural method?
Calculating your cycle. There we go. That's exactly why we didn't use it. There's the answer right there.
No. You can't be using, see, there's some people that God has blessed, right, with fertility.
Yeah.
Which means you can't be using any natural method, because you just get pregnant. Okay, so natural method was not for us.
Okay,
right?
Fine.
And obviously some people do all of this pulling out. Some people do tracking your cycle and all of those things. For me, I just think those things are too risky. Okay. So I think at the time we were not considering any natural methods, right? So we knew that we were using either supernatural methods or we're going to go and use the, prescribed, medical method, right?
Okay. When I was having Mariah, this is the 3rd C-section, there was something that the doctor raised with me that threw me off guard. Yeah. Do you remember?
What?
He said, so, Mrs. Davies, he was doing all my paperwork.
Oh, okay.
Are you thinking of having a sterilization? I said, you?
Good.
Who are you talking to? Am I a dog? What's a sterilization? No, you know when you hear sterilization, like they castrate kind of thing?
Yeah.
So I came back home. I think I even messaged Doc, like, why would they ask me that?
Yeah.
Then I came back home, I told you.
Sorry, Doc is my brother.
Yeah.
Because in my family we have doctors, we have, important people, I'm joking. Yeah.
Anyway, I think I asked, because I was quite shocked as to why they asked me that. I asked other medical professionals and they were like, yeah, I mean, because they basically, the reasoning is that we're going in there to get the baby out anyway. Why?
So you might as well do now. Go.
So let me tell you what the shocker was. I came home and told Ayo, and he was like, "You said yes, right?"
Because for me, it was 2 things, right? So we have decided that we no longer want to have any children.
True, I agree.
Now, the reason why the doctors suggested sterilization for you was because they were going to open you up anyway. It was a C-section. So it was not like they were doing anything extra. They were not taking you through an additional surgery or procedure. It was just as soon as we open you, we can just tie, what needs to be tied, and you're safe.
No, but it's irreversible. That's my problem. It's the finality of it. It's
so
irreversible.
Why do you want to reverse it?
I want that option.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Now, I think this was the first time you then made mention or thought about a vasectomy.
I agree.
So, for the first time in 10, how many years have I known you? 11? Or is it 12 even? For the first time in 11 or 12 years.
This one's doing like he's in the court of law.
No, we have to prove it in the court of law. Because there was no mention of vasectomy before we got married.
Yeah, I can accept.
And then we got married, and it's 9 years after, for the first time, my wife suggests to me that how about a vasectomy?
Oh my God. No, guys, I need to tell you how I reacted when I suggested to him. Like, why would you say that?
No, that's not what I said.
Why would you say that? I said, let's talk about this. People say, no. We didn't discuss this before marriage now. He actually said, if I knew that you wanted to do this to me, we wouldn't have got married. I said, baby, do what to you? Then we cut it off now. I said, baby, baby, what did you say? They're gonna cut everything off. They could cut it off. I said, baby, cut what off? He said, no. I need to. I don't even know if we're going explicit here because I don't want to. You were like, baby, you were doing as if if they do that vasectomy, nothing go did there again. That's what you would do.
No, obviously not. Two things, to be honest, because I'm not even sure I really knew the whole process.
Okay, good, yeah.
Around the vasectomy. So you mentioned it to me, and I thought, okay, the vasectomy is a procedure. It is surgery, right? So I was just thinking that shouldn't even be an option, and without being selfish. So I'll come back.
So the 3 C-sections I went through was not...
No, it's not. The C-section is different now. The C-section is to have the baby. The C-section is not to prevent babies. So, obviously, the C-section... Anyways, I'm not going through all the story of the C-section. So, you... Unfortunately, I mean, I love you so much that if I could, I would carry the babies for you and go and have the C-section. But unfortunately, that technology doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist
as of now in 2022. Maybe to exist in 2050. And then we think about it then. Okay. So as of 2022, that technology doesn't exist. Now, coming back to the vasectomy. So for me, it was like, okay, you have been on this contraceptive for the past 8 years. It has worked well for us.
Yes.
We did not have any accidental pregnancies.
That's true.
Right. So I'd almost say that the risk of getting pregnant, is zero. Right. As long as you have the right contraceptive, which is what you've been using.
Yeah.
And then the other thing to it was, okay, some people have complained, some other women have complained that, okay, after taking the contraceptive, they were sick or they put on weight. It did not work well for them. So for me, my issue was, okay, why are you not thinking, or why are you thinking of stopping the contraceptive, right, when it has worked well for you?
Yes, it has.
So that was my issue.
Okay. I can accept that, and my heart is still open. But what I'm saying is that it has worked for me to an extent. It still had some side effects on me.
What were the side effects? Because you never told me about these side effects.
Baby. No, in all seriousness, I've struggled to lose weight because of this. I've actually struggled.
So do you think it's because of that?
Bits of it. Secondly,
I don't think it's because of that.
Secondly,
what if you say so?
Stop. Secondly, there is some kind of, what I can say for me, or let me not lie, this contraceptive has helped with my period pains. Like, remember I used to have mad period pains? It's helped with that. But guys, I just want my body back. I don't want to have to go and get an implant. I think it's unnatural to have... They mimic me.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm seeing
to have this long term. Look, I'm still quite young. I'm probably gonna have a contraceptive. I'm not gonna have my menopause for a good 20 more years. You look funny now.
Sorry, menopause happens around 45, maximum 48.
Some people have it not baby. Are you a medical professional?
Are you Sarah? You want to get pregnant at 60? I don't understand.
Baby, stop. No, be serious now. So this is serious. But I'm still gonna have it for a few more years. Plus the years I've had it already. All those things in your body are not natural now. They're not natural. And I feel like for the vasectomy, I feel like it is reversible. If worst comes to worst, it is reversible.
Right.
And you don't. Is it not just me you want to have children with?
Okay, so
is it not just me you want to have children with? Answer for the camera.
I've already had all the children that I want to have.
Exactly. So let this thing go.
So it's two things now. So the vasectomy. To be honest, so the vasectomy was a complete no-no, just because I didn't even really understand it. I didn't even want to understand it.
Yes.
Right? Because I just felt like it was dangerous. You don't play with that area. You don't play with it, right? Because God forbid, and then there were some rumors about how impotency can happen. I'm not sure how true that is, but I think the likelihood of becoming impotent if a vasectomy goes wrong is low, right? I don't know, I've not done the research, right? So maybe those were just rumors, but for me it's like, why should we even risk it, right?
Do you think it's a fear in the community of black men?
Possibly, right? I don't. Is it black men or men in general?
Because I remember growing up, like watching EastEnders. You know what EastEnders is, right?
Yeah, but I never watched it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't do that.
You don't do such.
That's a waste.
You don't get vasectomy. You don't watch EastEnders. You know what EastEnders. That's
a waste.
Anyway, so that was one of the topics that they. Like it was normal for the guy to just go and he's gone to get a vasectomy. He didn't even tell his wife.
So in this vasectomy, can we just say the snip? Because this vasectomy is just long and it's
okay. The snip. He didn't even tell his wife. He just wanted to get it.
So that's what I should do. I should not tell my wife. I should just.
That would be a nice birthday present. Yeah. That would be a nice.
Well, no, I think.
But more at what we're saying now that we've started talking about it, more and more we've noticed that a lot more black.
Yeah, it's becoming more popular, especially in the UK. I don't know about Africa. It's becoming
Africa, even in Nigeria. They'll say, you want to do what?
You want to castrate your husband?
No, alone need chair.
But so I mean, I think the process is painful, right? Because later on, I now actually said, okay, let me do a bit of research. So I actually did a little bit of research. It's about a 30-minute procedure. But I'm thinking, why should we go through a procedure for contraceptive?
Okay, wait. Okay, let me put it like this.
If it was possible, let me quickly say something. If it was possible for men to take the pill, I would willingly take the pill. If it was possible for me to get an implant, I would willingly get an implant because none of these are surgery.
Okay.
None of these are surgery.
Okay, you're saying
it is the equivalent of tying up your fallopian tubes because a vasectomy, they are going to tie up, the tubes, whatever tubes that produce sperm.
Yes, baby. But hear this though. The difference with the vasectomy is reversible. You need to remember that. That's a key thing. Any kind of tying up for women is not reversible. Second of all, let's put it into this context. When you talk about, you want to...
So why do I feel like this is a debate?
No.
You're for the motion, I'm against the motion.
Because it's a hot topic. It's a hot topic in this household. Baby, what about when you say you want to get laser eye surgery? And I'm like, it's so dangerous. It's so expensive. Why would you go through that? Yeah, you did do your face like,
Excuse me, what does laser eye surgery have to do with vasectomy?
No, but what I'm saying is a surgery. It's a surgery. No, you're annoying. It's a surgery. It is a surgery that you don't need to do.
Okay. Well, are you the one suffering with eye problem? I don't understand.
But now me they received the pregnancy, baby.
Okay. Should we calm down a bit? Let's come down to the next level, right? So, I hear you. I actually hear you on that because when you put it that way, 20 years of not having your body, right?
Yeah.
20 years of some chemical or whatever.
Chemical injection
in your body.
Because guys, the implant you actually you have to numb that air. Anyway, women,
So when I think about that, yes, I feel for you, and I feel for women in general because I feel like women are always the ones who have to suffer, for want of a better word, because should anything go wrong, you're the one that will get pregnant. And imagine if you're not married, if you get pregnant and this guy doesn't want the baby, the woman would have to carry that pregnancy on her head. She'd have to carry that cross. So I feel like women are going through a lot, when it comes to these things. But I think perhaps from a technology and science and evolution perspective, maybe they need to look more into, they should do some more research and development into how can we make male contraceptive, more easily accessible.
Okay. All right, Dr. Davis, is that something that you're going to contribute to humanity?
Yeah, I would invest in it. If I see a good company that needs some money for research and development, maybe I'll sell my house and I'll give them.
He's here, yeah?
But I feel like they need to do that because we don't have these options. So give me the options. But I will do it.
There is contraceptive for men.
What contraceptive? So the only other contraceptive is what? Is using a rubber. Which again is not even really a contraceptive because the rubber is very high risk. Okay. Apart from some other things that I don't even want to go into. But using a rubber is very high risk. And funny enough, there's even rubber for women now because there's female rubbers, isn't it? And there's male rubbers, right? But anyway, so go on.
I feel like it's like like you said, the responsibility falls on the woman, and I think this is the way in terms of we've been married for a while. We know we don't want to have any more children. We know what our future plans are. It's something that, and for people in our position as well, like married and whatever, it's something that should be considered. But at the same time, I do feel like in your dating stage, maybe or premarital stage, it's something that we should have discussed. And it's something that should have been discussed. I feel like of the many things we discussed, I don't think we went into details. We went around it. We want to have 2, 3 children. We want to stop having children by this time. But we never actually went into this detail.
That is because there was no debate about it, right? Again, it is about your awareness, your level of awareness. Okay?
Very true.
So you can only speak on what you know. So at the time, what we knew was you would get contraceptive. There was no
you would get contraceptive.
Exactly, that wasn't big. So maybe now, and I guess maybe this could be something for those who are getting married and those who are dating now. It is something to consider. So for me personally, at the moment, I feel like I'm not ready mentally or physically to go through that. That's not to say... Let me land down. Let me land.
Wait, sorry. Now you got carry pregnancy.
Relax now. What's pregnancy?
No, because the way you said it, like you're the babe. I'm not ready. I'm not mentally ready.
No, I'm not mentally ready to have a vasectomy.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's not to say that in the near future I cannot consider it, like, you know, maybe when I turn 40, when I turn 50, So it is something that I could consider in the future, right? But as of now, I don't feel like it's something that I consider, and I don't want to be selfish, because if it actually gets to a point where you feel like, you know what, this implant is making me put on weight, or is affecting my hormones, my balance, or it's affecting my own mood or whatever, then as a husband, who is supposed to love his wife sacrificially and cherish her, I will make that sacrifice.
Yes.
Okay, for you, for us, okay, so that we are happy, we are okay. But the only thing is that if it affects our sex life, that's you to blame. Because if the vasectomy does not work, and then it affects our sex life,
God forbid,
and then we now go to once a year.
So baby, you're saying that basically I need to drastically put on weight before.
Don't, God forbid. I'm just saying like if it gets there, because for now it's a no-brainer, we continue with our contraceptive. But if it gets to a point where I can't take it anymore, I can take it no more. Even after you can't take it anymore, then for crying out loud, we pray about it, I'll think about it, and we get it done. Because
you get the snip.
We get the snip. But for now, it's even just thinking about it.
No, baby, it's okay. It's not physical snip.
Then you have to be doing tests, because what I heard is that you have to, and I don't know how that will happen.
See, these are rumors. Possibly guys, when people start spreading rumors about something because they want to put other people off, what do you want to say?
No, because I heard that the man has to. They have to check that everything is working okay. First of all, that you're getting up okay as the man, and then that you have to now give them samples, multiple samples of the semen. Okay, so the man would ejaculate. I don't know how they expect the man to ejaculate and take semen to them, but somehow, maybe with the help of the wife, or I don't know how they.
But how would that help? That
they have to test the semen to ensure that sperm is no longer there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because the whole procedure is that you're no longer producing. Oh, no, you're producing sperm, but it's no longer going into your semen. Or maybe you're not even producing sperm anymore, but it's just painful. Like a man, that's your future.
That's your future.
That's your produce.
Seed. That's your seed.
Exactly, that's your seed. They now tell you that it's not flowing. Even
because sometimes it can come back.
Because I feel like
you can vomit it out.
No, I actually feel like, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like, okay, there's a zero risk of a man becoming impotent from my research, right? So
okay, you actually found
vasectomy does not make him impotent.
See?
However, there's also psychological impotency, right?
Oh my God.
So there's the psychological impact that can have on a man, just because the man is feeling like, I no longer have seed.
So I'm no longer a man.
I'm no longer a man. And then that begins to affect him psychologically.
And this is the bigger issue. And this is why I feel like you don't want to get a vasectomy. It's not because of this. That's what men think. That's what you
know. But that's not why. My issue is I shouldn't have to go through surgery when there's an alternative route that is not surgery. That is my issue. Okay. But now, if we now look at the alternative route and it's now bad because of the effect of, you know, whatever contraceptive on the woman, then the surgery can now be considered. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get you.
So it's an option, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's an option.
Yes.
So I'll do anything for you, baby. I'll take a grenade. I could take a grenade for you. Please. Is it take or catch? I could catch a grenade for you. Hey! Okay. No, seriously. Like, it's small leaves now when you think about it in the grand scheme of things. But I feel like we couples should have that understanding. So for dating,
and lucky for us, this is not something that, you know, has broken us or carried us. Like,
so we've had this conversation, right? And I feel like, okay, we're at the point where we understand each other.
Yeah.
Okay. By God's grace, you know, I feel like you're not big. You've not put on so much weight. You just have normal pregnancy weight. You look beautiful. You're still the size that I met you.
Baby, no,
or maybe one size up more, one size extra, or is it 2 sizes? So I feel like you've not changed much, right?
Oh my God.
You've only had your normal pregnancy thing, you know. So I feel like your pregnancies, God has blessed you with good pregnancies.
Yes,
and you snap back quickly as well. So maybe you've not snapped back as quickly as you want to, right? But I don't believe it's as a result of any contraceptive.
It is part of the.
Let us look at the other things, right? Let me not expose you. Let us look at the other things.
The ice cream that you put in the freezer that we're gonna go and eat tonight after this. Because let us look at the other contributing factors, right? So maybe we should start closing this, right? So I think maybe advice to singles, dating couples, couples who are engaged, about to get married, and maybe this is something that we're also going to, because we do premarital counseling. Yeah. So maybe this is something that we start in our premarital counseling, right? To say, what is your method of contraceptive? Have you talked about it? Yeah. Have you discussed it, right? And I believe that everyone should be, let us put all the cards on the table and know where we are, and at the same time know that in marriage there's fluidity. Like, we didn't have reason to talk about it before for how many years, but the fact that we can actually talk about it now is key. You've just got to talk in marriage. You've just got to talk. You can't be scared and say, oh God, let me just take the 6th pregnancy since my husband doesn't like to use condom. What?
You know, and no, actually, advice to couples who do it the natural way, right? And you know, my advice is, you know, still do some sort of family planning and some sort of contraceptive. Okay, so the natural way is they actually don't use any rubbers because they don't like rubbers.
They track their cycle.
Okay, so you track your cycle and you do all of this pull-out stuff, right? And you know, it has not worked well because now you have 5 kids, even though you plan to have only 2.
No, 5 kids in 5 years.
5 kids in 5 years. So, you know, my advice is do something about it, right?
Consider.
Because you don't want to just keep having children and you don't want to keep facing the risk. In fact, you stop. The way I see it is that it is possible that you actually stop enjoying sex because you're thinking about, I don't want to get pregnant. Yeah. So and that's how I see, maybe we should go deeper. That's how I see the whole pull out thing, right? So if a man is constantly thinking about pulling out and not allowing, do you understand?
He's not enjoying, he's thinking, he's planning that, oh my God, let me control myself.
Let me control myself. You're not going to enjoy the actual moment. Yeah. You know, and I don't even want to go explicit because there's many things I can explain about enjoying that actual moment. Okay, I'm going spiritual now. So, but if you decide that you want to do that, so I feel like it takes away.
Remember, our parents are watching.
Exactly, parents. Sorry. So it takes away from the enjoyment of the sex as a couple, your intimate moment, and it also you also face the risk of still getting pregnant. So I believe family planning, you know, contraception is very key. And agree on what you want to have. Discuss among yourself, and as you said, let it be fluid. You know, you shouldn't be selfish.
Fluid.
Your mind, you're a bad girl. This girl is a bad girl. You're a bad girl. You are corrupting the man of God. You are corrupting the man of God.
You are just...
Anyway, please, let's close this video, I beg. I'm going to sleep, by the way.
And don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've been able to learn one or two things, okay? You know, marriage is beautiful.
It really
and that is what we're here
to
show, okay? That marriage is beautiful, marriage works, and your marriage, your relationship
can work.
Okay? Yeah. If you need coaching, reach out to us. coaching@ayopedavis.com. Alrighty.
Let's give them our welcome song.
Our welcome song to all of our new subscribers. 5, 6, 7.
We're glad you came.
We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two as you join us on this journey through. You say marriage, faith, and life. We are glad you came. We welcome you. We hope you learn a thing or two
as you join us on this journey through. Marriage, faith, life.
So marriage, faith, and life say.
Marriage, faith, life.
Oh, marriage, faith, and life say.
Marriage, faith, life.
Marriage, faith, and life say. Marriage, faith, and life. God bless you guys. We love you.
Yeah.
God loves you more. We shall
really
see
does.
you in the next video.
Bye.